Alrighty, welcome back. We're at 100,000 subscribers. I want to thank you very much for your constant viewership. Our content will continue to grow because of it. I want to thank you very much. And I think about it, you know, as I'm doing these videos, I was saying to Jolene, every time we do these videos, I put myself underneath the gun because I'm generally doing something and it's up for discussion, fault, or praise. That's what it's up for, if it wants to be. But we're having good luck with it. I'm going to continue with it. I let the car generally tell me what it wants, what I'm doing, you know. Right now I have to make a wheel lip to finish off the grinding I did last night. I want to stop here for a second. I'm going to explain something. There's a lot of people that come in and visit us and, you know, want to know how we made TV, how we done it, and all that sort of stuff. I'm just going to take a couple minutes and explain it to you. And then I'll come back in and Aidyn's going to continue on what he's doing. And then I'll come back and I'll explain more what I've done, and then we'll carry on from there. But if Jolene wants to back up a little bit, just back up a little bit. So at 8 o'clock in the morning, there would be a film crew arrive, and three vans. They would arrive, and they had a little camper in the back, or not a camper. They had a big long trailer in back. They all got set up and had their meetings to get ready in the morning. They would be over here something like 8:30 or 8:15. Camera guys would come in. This would be the place where they hang, where the engines are. And then this is where the sound guy was. His name was Bruce. And put sound on us every day. We got the sound on us. All of us had to be mic'd before we went into work. Work started at 9, and generally it was a 12-hour shift. They work 6, we work 7 days a week. But when you come in this door, this is where everybody would be. You come in, get mic'd, and then you go to work. At 9 o'clock in the morning, we were in there working. Cameras would come out and follow us what we're doing all day. Yeah, we were filmed every day for 12 hours a day, mic'd full time. I do not mind the camera, and I'll tell you why. I got no one else to be except me. Basically, that's about it. And if I fail, so be it. I can't control that. All I can control is the will and the want to get it done. That's basically all I have. And it's a good thing when it comes to building cars. You got to have the will and the want. So here's what we're going to do today. Or this is what I've done yesterday. We got this. I ground that off and just ground it with the grinder. And got the weld off it. It was a big job. The reason I did this to it, I took the flapper wheel and did this. I think you just see me do that to the firewall. The other firewall just did that to try to show the contour and the different shape that's going on. You can see, or I'm hoping you can see that I'm going to have a nice shape in there, a nice roll coming down on the bottom of the car. And we're going for the same thing in the back. I don't like this. This corner's got to leave, and that's what I'm going to do on today's video. I'm going to make those corners disappear. I'm going to try to cut this wheel lip and make it fit this. Don't know if I can do it that quick or not, but I'm going to go for it. I got the will and the want, and I'm going to let the car tell me what I have to have, because it's right there. There's the shape, but I have to I'm going to let the car tell me what it wants. Aidyn explained that to me this morning, and I said, perfect. Why not? Because I got this shape over here to tell me, and I got the other side to tell me. He's got a couple patterns he made for this right here that's not fitting right there. I think the bumper comes underneath there. I took a look on the computer, and I think it does, pretty sure. But we cannot do nothing about that because we have the headlights on it that we're going to use. We're going to go with them. I can't see going backwards, and backwards would be cutting them off. Yes, it would be. So what we're doing is we're filling that in, or Aidyn's filling that in, made some patterns, going to weld that metal in there, going to weld it completely in there. We're going to weld this here. We're going to finish that. And I'm going to have to continue on do the same thing to this side. I will get Aidyn to help me. But at the present moment, he's taking his patterns from this side and going to make some for this side. You can see where we had to blast it because the primer was buggering us up. We sandblasted a little bit there, just a little hand sandblaster. Cleaned it up. But Aidyn's freewheeling on what he's doing. But right now I've got a piece of cardboard myself. And I was explaining to Aidyn that in order to change this or make it something that I want, Jolene's looking amazing today. Halter top on, Daisy Dukes, a pair of Converse All-Stars, hair's up in the bun. She's not playing soccer today. It would usually be in a ponytail, wouldn't it, baby? So anyway, I'm going to put this piece of paper on there, cardboard, Bristol board, thanks cardboard guy, and I'm going to draw the corner that I want. I'm going to cut that. I'm going to take this here like this, pull it off. I'm going to take, I'm not saying this is the corner, but I'm going to take, it looks pretty good though. I'm going to take and make this pattern. And the reason being, this is my outside corner. I'm going to cut a piece of metal. I'm going to weld it to this one. I'm going to weld this one. Whatever's access, I'm going to cut it off, and then I'm going to cap it. But I'm going to have a nice corner. I don't want that. That's not what I want. So we'll make something out of there, then we'll finish that off. And that's what I want this for. I have this quarter panel. No sense me just taking a little bite out of it. I might as well finish it. If you get at the dinner table and you don't eat your supper, you know what happens sometimes. You don't get a snack before you go to bed. There you go. See, I like that little snack. Got a little bend there. What I can do is I can do the exact same thing with a shrinker stretcher on that as I can do with any other 90. I will show Aidyn exactly what I'm doing that when I do it. But right now he's going to continue on doing what he's going to do. I'm going to try to make this corner. No, I'm going to make this corner. And let's go for it. Let's go for it. Thank you very much for all the comments and all the good stuff. We're at 100,000 subscribers. Fantastic, fantastic, fantastic. I want to give Jolene a big shout out. And the reason I want to give Jolene a big shout out, she's the one who puts it on there. She's the one who figures it all out. She's the one that makes it look good. Can I have these?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. She's the one that, you know, knows what to put on. She's the one that mics us, films us. So you guys can hear us. I'm thinking that she's going for a record. She's going for a record. The most views by any producer. Have to check it out sometime, baby. See how many you got. Got a lot of videos. Not sure how many. What are we? 10 months working full time so far? Huh? 10 months? Whoop whoop! Big celebration then. Back to work. Right, baby? Back to work. So right now is, you know, it's past 9 o'clock, obviously. The film crew would be out here. They would be doing the exact same thing Jolene does. Exact same thing Joel does. They would take shifts. And it was the exact same thing. It's just that Jolene does it for an hour a day. They would do it for 12 hours a day. 12 hours a day, I'm not sure. They work very hard. Hard to believe you wouldn't think that watching. Well, you don't know anything until you experience, I guess. But to watch how hard they really work, it's quite amazing. You think it would be a loafing job, but it's not a loafing job, that's for sure. You wouldn't last long. It's hard to start on an edge like this with this thing. It really is. A little bit of experience help there. I won't call it luck because I've done it before. If it doesn't look perfect, or like when I'm cutting this, obviously we'll take it and use a flapper wheel or whatever. We'll just use whatever we need to get it done. Just going to cut that right over like that. I'm going to be smart about it. Try to be smart about it. And I'll just bend that off. Didn't get the complete cut, but what I can do is I can just kick a pair of vice grips. Mind your weight.
No.
Okay, buddy.
No,
Everything going good?
Oh, yeah.
Good. Oh, you want to use the machine?
Oh, right behind you.
Ah, right on. And Aidyn will learn the same thing as he goes along, you know, what you got to do to get it done. Like, it's not always just to put it on there and cut it, because that doesn't happen. It always takes some little tiny manipulating, whether you bend the edge over and you have to get the hammer and straighten it out, whatever. You do what you have to do to make what you need to be done as quick as possible. And that comes to learning the tools, I guess. The more tools you get to try and use, I guess, is the ones you should be using. I have stuck to the 3 grinders faithfully. The zip cut, the flapper wheel, and the hard disc. They're my 3 main tools. So anybody could buy them at any store. I'm thinking any automotive store. My baby has took some advice from a YouTuber or a Facebooker where she color coded the grinders for me so I can grab them faster. I'm trying to get faster. It's hard to believe, is it not? I'm trying to get faster. It is. I'm trying to get faster. You can tell just by color coding my grinders. I can notice what grinder I'm plugging into the cord before I plug it in because I know what color it is. Alrighty. Yes, also, no music. Not allowed to play music. It was a hard thing for me to go that distance without no music. Just like we are doing now. We got no music on, not allowed. But when the camera goes down, the music goes on, believe me. Get a hammer. We cleaned up a little bit. We did. That's what happens. Is that your hammer down there, Aidyn, is it? You get that one, did you? Guess I didn't clean that hammer up, did I? Or I'll replace it with that one. All right. I'm going to move this just a little bit here. I'm not quite ready for that yet. Haven't set the fender skirt on yet. I don't know if that's going to work yet either. Basically, I'm going to add those 2 together by doing that. I need more out of it, that's for sure. It's not thin enough. I've got a thinner thing going on there than this one. Just going to get it down a little bit. It's a little smaller. Let's try that. What's that, sweetheart? I have a pair for you. My lovely. You're welcome. Just trying to get it quite a bit done on this little bit time we have. One thing as I get talking, one thing I must say about our YouTube station. I've watched other YouTube stations, and when you cut something, when you cut the film and you don't show what you're doing and how long it takes, it throws it all in perspective for me, you know what I'm saying? So I really feel that as you watch us without cutting the film, you know exactly what it looks like, what it is, whatever. That's what I must give us credit for. That's what I like the best. I like the truth. I like a straight line. Believe me, ask anybody. Hold that better. as I do things twice, 2 or 3 times, cut it off, put it back on, we must realize that's the truth. If not, we're fooling ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, sort of has to be right on. Sort of has to be right on, because I don't want the line too big. It's just like anything else. If I make this too thick, and then I weld on top of it, when I grind it off, what do I have? So I have to make sure it's down a little bit and make sure I'm on the right. I don't want to be above. I don't want to be above where the line is where I ground it off where the square stock is, and I don't want to be out here too far to weld it on. I want to weld it back here a little bit. That's where I'm going to leave that, because I can buff that off, but I just want to make sure that I'm not going past the top of the square stock. That's basically what I'm trying to say. The underneath of it can be flappered off. Let's go for it. Aidyn, am I allowed to not make you do anything, but am I allowed to use that welder?
Yep.
Okay, cool. I'm just going to flop it around behind you there. You can use the other welder, can you not?
Oh yeah, I'll do it around.
Sure. Well, I might not be that long, but maybe I'll just tack it on and save it for you.
All right.
Yeah, you're supposed to say, do your own damn work. I got my own spot to do, right? You got 2 spots to do, haven't you? You've got enough to do, haven't you? I might as well do my own spot. Do your own spot. Aidyn's got 2 places he's going for right now, and I told him he could do it any way he wanted to. He could finish one and then continue on to the next one, but he decided to get the pieces made for this side, tack it on, then go back and forth and disperse the heat. Well done, I think. Well done.
Thank you.
Good thinking. Good thinking. Put some gas on. Thank you very much, YouTubers. Ring my bell. Ring my bell. That's for you, Jackie. Now. Also, I really feel, this is what I feel, I'm only telling you stuff I feel. I really feel that anybody that has the will and the desire to build something like this can. You know, it's not something that only certain people can do. That's not true. That's not true. See that? I just want to make this right here. I don't want to go past that line. I sort of want to weld it there so I can grind it off. I haven't got my helmet on. Trying to pull my hat down. Still wasn't getting it. Alrighty, now I'm on there. I'm going to start tacking on. I'm going to get a helmet. This hat, it was hard for me to pick it up this morning because it's so nice. Hey, baby. It's a nice hat. I think that's up there a little bit. I might grind that off, but we'll go for it. Get my helmet on. Oh, I got another welder right there. Sorry, Aidyn. I don't have. Whenever you want that welder, just take it.
Oh, okay.
I thought this welder was on the other side. I didn't pick up my head. Why am I getting that out? I want the helmet. So whenever you want that welder, it's on. You just say, I need that welder, man.
Okay.
And I'll grab the other one. My hammer. I want this grinder right here. Should color code it, boys. The yellow grinder is the zip one. The zip wheel. Just want to knock this down here. It mattered to me. It mattered to me. Now, see, this is going to get cut off, and then we'll wrap a piece around it. Pretty basic, I guess. I'm going to have to get some air. Cut that off right now, just to show you what's going on. When I cut that off, I'm going to cut this off. And then I'll have to get a piece and go on the front here and just wrap it right around that and weld it to this edge so we get a nice round edge. Probably need a zip cut right away. But Jed don't work that way. Get inside there somehow. Change the wheels, go to the flapper wheel. And we're just going to knock it down so it looks right. Now, you can see what's going on there. Not going to do it right this second. I'm going to move to the back. But if I was going to weld this, I put a little coat hanger in that, fill that in, make that metal before I, so I can grind it off nice. And I might do it if I get time. Do you want me to finish that right? Finish it? Yeah. She says finish it. Okay, I'll finish it. I have to get the air going. I was just going to move on to the back and then try to get that lip on. The blue one around there. The blue ones don't leak as much. Ooh, here's one. Having fun, Aidyn?
Oh, yeah.
Speak louder in the camera. Having fun, Aidyn?
Absolutely.
Awesome, awesome. Having fun, boys. Having fun. And I can tell you why he's having fun at work. Because he's being his own boss. He's doing his own thing. He's got his own project. That's a good thing. That's a good thing.
Having a blast.
And if you become good enough at your job, that's the way it should feel while you're there. You should feel like you are your own boss. Just do your job and get it done. Within reason. Within reason. Did I put that rod at? I didn't put that back, did I? Right behind me. And I can fill that up just as much as I want to grind it off and make it look nice if I want. Just trying to control the heat. That's basically all I'm doing. Controlling the heat. Trying to make it look a little prettier, that's all. I add a little more weld to it. I could have filled that up with the welder, yes I could have. But in all honesty, the product is what I need in there to grind it off so I can scope it out a little bit. With no product, I can't grind it down to make it look good. Checking it over. More weld in it. Should have enough now so I can round it out nice. Now I need a piece to cap it. And what grind have I got in there? I got the orange one on. Got this one. Let's get a cap going on. Excuse me, sweetheart. Everything fitting for you, Aidyn?
Doing good.
Are you ready to jam it in there? Because I can give you a hand.
Just gotta finish off the final piece.
What's that?
Just finishing off the final piece.
Okay.
And then we're all set.
I don't want to rush it either. Craft dinner takes time, right?
Oh.
Sound still on, sweetheart? We're all good. What I'm doing right now is just trying to make a piece. I just grabbed a piece of metal over there, bend it around the corner. Just gonna flop her on there. Something like that. I'm guessing. And I don't mind guessing. Excuse me, sweetheart. No, can't cut it like that. Got it bent already, and I want to keep it bent, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it with a zip cut. The yellow cord is the zip cut grinder, so I'm going to pull that out and put the yellow cord in. on there nice, and I cut that off after, so I see this here, and then I can draw it on there, and I just cut it off after. That's what I can do. I can cut it off after. Got to cut some more off it. And the reason being, it laid over the top of the square tubing too far, and then it would just be bunched. This is the one I wanted, wasn't it? Hoping so. See that slow roll? That was a controlled roll. But there you go. Now the same thing has to be done there too as I weld that on. Gonna 45 it there, so when I weld it together I can grind that off and make it look nice. So the exact same process has to go on to something like that. You have to, you know, I could put it on so I didn't do that. Then I have a bunch of welds just like I would have any other time. That wouldn't work. So I'm going to weld that up. Going to get a whole lot of warpage there, but I might as well control the heat if I can. That's my practice. I practice trying to control the heat. Repeat every day. I'm still going to be welded down that edge. I can flap or wheel it off a little more. I'm going to have to get creative with this here. Don't know what I'm going to do with that yet. Going to have to get creative with it, but I want that finished underneath there. It looks finished right now. The fender's got no rod in it. The sill's got no rod in it. I don't want to mess it up too much, but I'm just going to, you know, play with it a little bit in my brain. Play with it a little bit in my brain, and then I'll do something with it to make it look right. And that'll be what it will be. Just going to knock this back a little bit. Got to plug that orange cord in. Just knock that back a little bit. It does, it matters. We're on an edge, we're on a bend, on a 90, so I went for it. I put the heat to her. I went for it. When I get the car up, I'll weld the bottom of there up. When I get the car up. Up, up, up. I'm going to cut that off or sand that off just to make that look better. For now. Nope, I'm going to cut it off. Too much there. wheel. We've got lots of metal there. Remember, we overlapped it there. There's lots of metal. It's 18 gauge, so I'm going to buff it off nice. Use my hard disc for a second. You want to waste my flapper wheel? Woo, that was warm on the leg for a second. Woo. Just trying to make it look a little better. Actually, I'll put the yellow one on. The yellow one, where's the yellow one? The yellow one is the zip cut. I'm going to take the zip cut, just really close and fine tune it. That's all I'm doing. Trying to feather the edge of the weld. Where I've added that weld in there, I'm allowed to grind it. In my opinion. Do-do-do-do. Just trying to take the edge off this way. Orange one on, and call it Finny for now. Seeing where it's looking that good, I want to. We'll get the drill, clean the weld reflection off it. That's what I'm calling it, the weld reflection. Ooh, I can't put that head on the ground. Things too nice to be on the ground. Where's the drill? Baby, am I gonna get half done what I think I'm gonna get done? Hey, make a note, Aidyn. You want to tack it in there?
Yes.
All right. You might as well take the grinder and clean up the black marker off it, so you can get your best weld you can. Because whatever, just clean it off the edge. Yeah. Okay. And take off any hard part. All your pieces are the same size. Going around. Yeah. Cool.
Yep.
Okay. And I can dig that out even more. As I can see, let's clean it off. Dig it a little bit more. Good. So I guess that's how we're going to call, or what we're going to call a square corner into a round corner. So when it comes time to fill that out, I'm going to have a nice round corner on there. I'm going to have to do the same in the back. Then you can come back and take a look. I just kind of went for it. I'm going to clean the bottom of it off a little bit. Seeing where I done that piece, maybe what I'll do is I'll cut the wheel up off the wheel and try to do that part. Instead of doing that corner down there, because I'm doing the exact same thing. I'm talking to Jolene right at the present moment. Instead of me doing that corner down there, I might as well cut the wheel lip off of this and try to get some of this done. You already know how I do that because I just showed you. Right up there. I just showed you. What's that, you heard? Okay. Well, I just want to make this look a little bit better. When I get up and looked at it, it didn't look the way I want it to, but it will. Awesome. Instead of looking at it a little funny, that's all. Alrighty. I'm going to clean this off. Clean this area up just a little bit. Maybe I'll help Aidyn. Aidyn's not ready yet. What I'm going to try to do, or what I'm going to do, keep saying try. I say try because I'm not really, yeah, I just know I'm not in control of it all. But I'll do the best I can. That's what I'm going to do to make that wheel lip fit. We're going to be making the wheel lip on the other side. Do you want me to continue on with that, or? Okay. See what Aidyn's doing. You making? Okay, that's fine. Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, a little bit higher.
Yeah, but you need that on the other side, do you not? We got a bigger gap on the other side.
Yeah.
Come on. Yeah. So that wasn't what I was meaning. Is, are your pieces when you come to this side? Are they all meeting up at the same height?
Yeah.
Let's put them on. Let's do it. Think you're ready?
I think so.
Yep, I'll go with that.
This one.
Can I see this?
Yeah.
Put it down there. Awesome. Yep. Cool. Nope, the other way, the other way.
The other way.
I would think.
Yeah.
We can bang that together, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure we can. All right, let's tack one on and go for it. You get geared up and we'll tack them on. I guess Aidyn has his pieces ready. Things are moving. If we're able to move along at that pace, you know, keep that pace up. I know there's things that slow us down. Let's face it, when the camera goes down, we slow down a little bit. A little bit. But what happens is, like, if we continue on, I do a piece like that, and he continues on putting pieces like that, by the end of the day, you felt like you've done something, and it's a good thing. It's a good thing. I'm going to get this little pointer stick here and hold it for you there, Aidyn.
Right.
I'm going to get in your way there, Jolene, probably for a little bit. I'm going to get in your shot. I know it. I'll hold it. You just get your welder and everything. Yeah, try to get your... Can you get your cord flat back there a little bit?
You know.
Just get it. Geez, that fits pretty good right there.
Not too bad.
Yeah. Tack it. Just a minute now. It doesn't fit. One right there in the corner. Good tack. Tack it again. Good. That's, hold your tacks. You know, if you got good metal, you can hold your welder a little longer to hold your, get your heat right there. Yeah. You can hold your heat a little bit longer. Good. Just got her, didn't you? Huh? Just got her. Weld the end on. Awesome. And the reason being is our bumper's not coming back here underneath this headlight. I don't want that. It's not made that way. We want to close that off. This is the panel that we're using. We're going to come down here. We're going to weld this all up. We're going to clean this up, weld this all along here. And this will be filled out to this, and then the bumper is going to come back to this, I'm hoping. We're hoping. Let's get our other piece on maybe, and then we know where that piece goes. Yeah, whatever one you want to put on. And basically what I was asking Aidyn to do, this is what I was asking him to do, to try to get all the pieces the same height as he goes around. Don't make one piece down here and one piece up there. Try to make it all the same all the way around. Can we snap it on the middle? Does it feel good up? Does it look good up the center?
Yeah, it stayed there.
All right, center right there. Give me my fingers. Good. Did you get it? Yeah. I don't know. All right, you got her. All right, now I'm going to tell you to get way up in that corner because this is going to have to be ground off some.
Okay.
That's why I didn't think you grabbed on that center one. Grab on that center one again, if you will.
Yeah.
What this is got a galvanized on it, and that's why it's welding poopy. Is it too far over there in the center, is it? A little bit, or? All right, let's just weld it right up in here. We'll weld that right up there. Get tight. There you go.
Oh, nicely.
So basically, you're gonna have to. That corner there can be hit because of the wind side. I'll get a hammer here in just a second. So the goal is, before September 2nd comes, can we go underneath of it? Go underneath of it. Not like that, you can't, can you? All I want is go underneath of that.
The bottom corner of it?
Yeah, and try to connect the bottom corner to the skirt and the other piece. So you got 3 pieces I want you to connect it to. Can you see it at all? Probably not. We'll wait. Let's put your other piece on.
I had one concern with this piece. Is that bottom gap.
You can fill it.
Fill it in?
Yeah. Well, that top, right in that top corner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Connect all 3 of them or just the top?
No, just the top on that one.
Yeah.
And reason being, we're going to tap this one and see what happens before we fill it. See how it's away there a little bit?
Yeah.
We want to get that tight in as possible, eh?
Yeah. I'm going to get
Can you shoot one down there at the bottom?
Yeah.
Awesome. That welded good, didn't it?
Yeah.
You can feel that. Made the pieces all by himself, folks. Go for it.
Top.
Yep, right in the middle, right above the hammer. Stay. See, if you were doing that just around the corner, you would weld that like that. You'd knock it on wherever it's tight, and then you just take the hammer and tap it. That's the way that metal welds. So you have to get over it. You have to get over it.
Let's deal with it.
Just weld that very corner in, the very little tip there. Have I got a hold against it? Is it in there tight?
Yep.
Good. Go for it. Good, good.
Close to the end.
Now, I'd like to see that come back just a little bit, so it didn't have to.
Zip cut or?
You can't get the zip cut in there, I don't think. All right. What I want you to do then, I want you to really burn this edge off and lay it over on that side. You know what I mean? Burn. See this edge? You got an edge on here. Burn that edge off and see if you can lay it on that side.
Okay.
See what happens. Because it'll burn off on you because it's not right tight. So when you burn that edge off, run it over to the other metal. How'd that happen for you? Get that stuck on the side of my head. You can hear it. That's basically what we'll do. We'll just burn it off and run it over that side the best you can. Then we can grind it to a point. This edge here has to be tighter. I'll get the zip cut. We'll get that. But you're more than welcome to weld the rest. Everything's tight and in place except for that corner. Let's fix that corner first. Let's put a zip cut in it. Put a zip cut in it. The corner round looks good. I like it. Wasn't listening. Now we can weld them two together, Aidyn. Before we had one stuck out, right?
Right in the center.
Now that's, yeah, center's fine. Weld them two together. It's going to burn on you because they're a little ways away. You know what I'm saying? Now you know what I'm saying, don't you? Huh? Now, yeah, keep doing that on that. We can't get that zip cut down in there to cut that, and that's okay. By the time you weld that, grind that, get that over, we'll have to grind that off. That'll be fine. You melt that over. You're ready to rock and roll. Continue on. Good job. So he's got both sides. You got both sides to weld up. This one's tacked in place. Excuse me for a second.
Yep.
And the reason being is the headlights that we have didn't come down to this pan. We took it up where it fit before. We welded it all the way around. Now we're just adding a little piece on there so we can get it down to the pan. We grind off. That's where we can fill it out. There's no seams. I was saying to Aidyn yesterday, we didn't know exactly. Come on this side. What this side's here. When we put this piece on, should we try to butt weld it in? Should we try to put it underneath and go down, butt weld it on the bottom of that piece and put it there? But when we welded it on and we laid it on there, look how nice. When I put a flat edge across there, if you see this, come over here, sweetheart. Can you see it? When I put a flat edge on there, you can see when we weld that up, that weld's going to be below that filler, and that's going to be perfect. We'll have enough for some fiberglass filler and fill it out. That's how it's going to work. Someone asked me the other day, well, how do you stop your cars from cracking? I don't stop them from cracking, but one thing I do is I weld them all up continuously. I do not spot them in anywhere, in any place. Do not do that. You know, we don't do that. We weld it up continuously, and that way there, you know, if it cracks and you get in an accident, so be it. But other than that, it's the way it is. But let's give a hat or a shirt away. Let's do it. Carry on, Aidyn. You're doing a fantastic job.
Thank you very much.
Come on down here where the internet's good there, baby. I must thank everybody for the 100,000 subscribers. We appreciate it. You keep coming back. We'll keep showing you the truth. Won't we, baby? Working hard to open the door, I think. We have every internet possible thing that you can get to make this thing work. And when it does not work, we accept it. That makes us Nova Scotian. There, baby. That makes us Nova Scotian. We accept it. Not much more you can do. Ray Fellows. Ray, it's a good day for you, and I'll tell you why. Because you just want a hat or a shirt of your choice. We've just hit 100,000 subscribers, and we want to thank Ray Fellows by giving you a hat or a shirt. And the comment is, looking good, guys. Looking good, guys and gals. It's me, Jolene, and Aidyn. I think it's looking good. We're progressing pretty good, you know. I mean, let's face it, there's only, me and Aidyn welding on it. Jolene will help at any point in time, but I really want to give hats off. We're going to have to give an extra video out one of these days because we're going to try to keep on working to get the truck in sandblast. But we're going to have to do an extra video on YouTube about the gifts and the packages that we've been receiving because it's getting time to thank everybody. Right now is probably a good time to thank everybody for all the gifts they've sent. We appreciate it. We appreciate it. We appreciate it. We're them kind of people. And have a good one, everybody. Aidyn's doing good, and Jolene's looking fine.